Hello Transformers fans, this is Bicentennial here with a video comparison of Hunt for Decepticons, Sidearm Sideswipe, and Revenge of the Fallen, Deluxe Class Sideswipe. They're both Deluxe Class figures, and I'm gonna start with the robot mode first, and then I'm gonna go to the alt mode. So, the new figure, very cool, very nice. One thing that I noticed, they took out the blades. To me, I think blades have more of an appeal than guns. I mean, guns are practical and they're still cool, and it makes them look like a gunslinger, or cowboy, or something, like pow pow. But I don't know. I think the blades just add to make him. It's his identity, and the blades. I would think that the blades appeal to little kids, the little boys, much more than guns. I mean, guns are also cool, but you can't really do like that thing with guns, you know. So good thing about this guy compared to this guy, he has feet. Yes, many people were complaining that he wasn't able to stand easily. Although I found this guy not too hard to stand. I mean, see, easy. I mean, a lot of people they're just complaining about, but I understand. And he does have legs, wheels for feet. Another good thing, they made the legs much more movie accurate. I hope this camera has autofocus. See, there's like coils and pistons and stuff, and this part is comparing the legs. This one it has like it looks more automobile-like. Pistons and, I don't know, gears, whatever that is. And this guy just kind of has a little spring, and then, yeah. It's also much more detailed. If you notice, they put so much more detail into this. It was unbelievable. Like, couldn't believe they still sold it for the same price and under a Deluxe Class name, but there's so much more detail. Wheels are black, so they skipped out on other stuff and sacrificed the detail, but that's easy. Just, you know, paint, silver Sharpie, something that'll fix it all up. So the Hasbro definitely went with quality over quantity here. Their quality is definitely increased in terms of detailing. Let's just compare them. I hope that shows up well on camera. But plastic, it's smaller. I don't know. This piece right here is less plastic. You can obviously tell. Like, this thing is more chunkier. It's more bulkier. It's thicker. This one has much less plastic. See, legs, that's a little different story, because these legs are pretty small to begin with. Another thing I liked is much more movie accurate. The doors in the movie were attached to his arms, I believe, so they moved it with his arms. They were almost like miniature wings or something. I love how they incorporated it in. I mean, the door still can't move up and down. It can swing like that, and it can move like that, but it's still much more movie accurate. So what else? Chest piece. This guy didn't have the doors. He had like the hood and the back. This chest piece is obviously extremely more detailed. I would even argue more movie accurate than this guy's. So I like the chest piece, but one thing I don't like. This is one continuous piece right here. It kind of flows down to his crotch pretty nicely and stuff. This one kind of hooks off from the side. You see what I mean? I guess you won't really notice it much from the front, but I don't know. Seems a little weird. No red paint right here, so that's another bad thing. But that could easily be fixed, so it's not too bad. I personally am not a fan of the red. I like the blue better. That's just me. It's like, some people prefer black ink, some people prefer blue ink. I prefer blue windows compared to red. Guns are alright. Arms are a little bit bulky. They're kind of clubby. Same as this guy's, but he had the swords to make up for it, and it kind of offsets it. But this guy, since he has the wheel right here, just like this guy. Let's raise him up right there. He also has this extra little piece at the front of the car that curves up, and it just adds to the bulk, or to the clubbiness of it. Another thing I really like about this figure is that they hide all the windows really well. I don't know about if you guys noticed, but in the Transformer movies, very few cars actually have windows in their robot mode, or glass, I should say. They hide the glass somehow. Only a few cars actually have, or Autobots actually have the glass revealed, such as Optimus Prime with his chest and Bumblebee with his little wings. But for the most part, they're all gone somewhere. I think Hasbro did a tremendously well job in hiding the glass on this figure. They put it right here. That's genius. I mean, like, what better than to hide the glass in the chest, and it creates a nice little red area right there, and very, very good job on their behalf. I love that. However, yeah, the head is a tad bit smaller, but it's much more detailed, so that kind of makes up. Very bad light piping, just same as this guy. Light piping was not really good. The head is more detailed, obviously, but one thing I did like about the old one compared to the new one, the distance between the head and the chest isn't that great. It's reasonable. It's proportional. I mean, it makes them look balanced. This guy, however, the head is much further back. Let's give you a comparison here. Let's hide the doors. So, look at the distance between the heads. This guy obviously has a more balanced body, it looks like. And the smaller head with the further back, it's just a little bit unbalanced on the top. And also the neck. This guy had very little head articulation. Yeah, that's about it. It's very little. This guy has much more. Like, you can move it up, you can move it down. But since it's on the joint that they put it in, like there, it kind of makes him looking up a little bit silly. I don't know. That's just me. This guy, I did a number of customizations on him. I painted him. I didn't really use high quality paint. Just use like Sharpies and stuff and some black marker, and it looks good enough. You got the Make Alive feature here on the old one. This guy, key issue with this guy. Absolutely no knee articulation. You could extend a knee, the leg, and when you transform him, you extend him like that. When you turn him into robot mode, obviously you don't want those such, awkwardly straight legs. So you kind of want to bend them back a little bit, I guess. And I guess that could count as a knee. That's it. That's all I can move. I think it wasn't even meant to be like that. I think it was meant this forward part right here moves to create the little chicken leg thing. I think what this is meant for was to be like that versus something like that. See, if you just bend it, the first part, it's still a little weird, so you got to bend the last part. So that creates, to me, it looks more like a standing leg. You can't do crouch. That's as far as it goes. That's one bad thing about it. Oh well. Another thing is that, take a look at the joints of his butt, I guess, if you will. It's like a line for the joint. This guy has, his joints are like, it's hard to see. If you remember, this guy had clear ball joints. Oh, they're clear. So you could, and they're movable, so you could have them like awkwardly have wide legs like that, or you could kind of streamline them down right there and make it look more like a V. This guy has fixed joints. They're gonna remain that wide. You can't really do anything about them. Okay. Yeah, so swords. This guy has them, this guy doesn't. I still prefer this figure over this figure, although this figure is much more detailed. I don't know, I like this guy. I think he's more well balanced. His swords just make him cooler, in my opinion. This guy has better use of the back kibble. The doors are much more accurate. And yeah, there's lots of transformation videos out there, so if you guys want to see transformation, just click search his transformation something. I'm not going to do it just to save time, so hold up.